Hello everyone, and welcome back again to Fresh Horizons on Hope Cove. That'll make sense in a second. This is the second time I'm recording this voiceover because for some reason while I was actually playing, the mic just didn't record. So I have no voiceover for what I originally said. So I'm just going to revoice the entire video now I've edited it to give some semblance of what I said. I seem to remember at this point I was, I said that we had shooting stars the other night on Hope Cove. So this is the second time in a week we've had shooting stars, which was weird because the other night was the first time we've ever had them. So I don't know if that's a seasonal thing, but maybe. I think the other thing I was saying was I was apologizing for how sick I was last week, and I tried to fix that video a little bit in the edit, but I was a real rambly mess because my head was full of clouds, so I apologize for that, folks. I did actually have some things I wanted to correct, but I failed to write them down, so they're gone. Print the legend. Whatever I said is right. It's not, some of it wasn't, but there we go. In truth, not a lot has happened this week on Hope Cove. I've mostly been getting better from last week, but also I've been busy with things away from Hope Cove. But I on Hope Cove I have spent some time. I got my permits and I've been experimenting with land bridges, as we see here. Just because at the moment I don't have enough bells to put in full bridges, and I haven't decided which style of bridge I would go with just yet. So although that money will help, so I've just been putting in some land bridges while I can, and just experimenting with the very low-level terraforming. I haven't done anything with the cliffs yet, but I've just been putting in a little bit of land here and there and changing some things. So Sprinkles there as well, and Fuchsia here, who on the other recording I called Fauna randomly, who was an islander many years ago. I was just completely forgotten about Fauna until I said it randomly to her, which was... Fauna was a really nice one, though. If you have fauna on your island, you're very lucky. Going over to see Spike. That was the other land bridge I put in across there. Just close to the mouth of the river on that one. And Spike was not in. So at this point, I decided to go and find the star fragments from the other night. But I need to look it up because they're not here. And unless I failed to save the other night or something, I definitely wished on a lot of the stars that were over Hope Cove, and I should have... Look at all those weeds. I should have star fragments, but I don't know if they expire if you don't collect them the next day. I don't know if they fade away. It's something I need to look up in the big book, because I didn't collect them. I think it was Monday. I didn't collect them Tuesday, so maybe they go away. It's something I need to look up. If you know, let me know in the comments, please, because I don't have them. So I will try again this evening to wish on them again, because a bit confused as to why I don't have those star fragments. So I ran over here to check to see whether they were over here, because they generally appear on the beach. Oh, this was me. I've been trying... The other day I was just trying some little bits of path paving, whatever the correct word is. Just to see what I like the look of, and I haven't decided on a style, so that's why there's no paths on Hope Cove yet. But there are also no star fragments anywhere on the beach, and I thought they always appeared on the beach, so maybe they do expire. I will look that up. Notice Vlad wasn't in there, so didn't go to see him. Which is a theme today, actually. A lot of people weren't around. I had an initial run into some of them and then couldn't find some of the others. So, as we're about to find out, Ike wasn't in either. So. But I went to see old Bonesio, who was in, but he was sick. So, luckily, because I failed to give Fuchsia that medicine, and I still feel guilty about it, several months later, I always carry medicine now, which I always used to do before as well. So gave old Bonesio some medicine, and hopefully he'll be right as rain. It was weird actually not seeing Bones out and about immediately, because he's he's out almost every day. He's very rarely in. He's often not one of the ones who is crafting. So you just tend to see him out and about on the plaza doing his airplane runs and everything. So not seeing him immediately was possibly a telltale sign that he was going to be sick or crafting. Oh, and he gave me this, which I tried to try on, but I couldn't take off my other things, so. Learn the recipe for manicotti, who is the green mouse, I believe. And then I get to try on my Candora. And then I change back. Don't look, everyone. Don't look until I put my trousers on. There you go. That's better. Can't be running around with no trousers on. What kind of game is this? So, run up to see Lil, who, spoiler, also wasn't in. So, try and run around, and then I found her. She was somewhere up here. Look at all these weeds. I picked up quite a lot of weeds this week as well, and there's still so many. It's because I haven't been keeping an eye on the upper parts of the island. There's Lil. It is. That's why so many people are out and about. I need to put in some ladders as well, or find some more vines. I should probably go on one of the mystery islands and see whether I can find some more vines, because they would be good for the time being. But if not, I should put in some ladders until I can afford some inclines, because it is getting a bit silly. We had another person in the camp yesterday as well. Oh yeah, this is where Lionel was sat in Rio's garden for some reason. I don't know why you're sat back there. It's a bit of an odd place to sit behind someone else's house. But yeah, we had in camp the other day. We had an anteater called Snooty, who I passed on. But it's nice that the campers are coming pretty regularly, so we might have some changeovers once one of them piques my interest, or someone asks to leave, which they haven't done in a while. But I think one only asks every couple of weeks or something. I can't remember exactly how that works. But no one has in a little while. So, but I will announce it now. Whoever asks next, I will let go. And then we'll see who else we end up with. Honestly, can't remember what I was doing there. Running out to the side of the thing. God, I wonder what I was witching on about here. Don't know. Hikey baby. Hikey baby. If I could afford to buy you a giant samurai suit, I would. You'd look great in it. Not that you could ever wear it, but it'd look crazy in your house. Crazy weird garage house. So I completely failed to guess the price of this right. I think I said 100 grand, and it's 115. Imagine that though. And this the Taki-Tiki cabinet, or Imperial, what was it called? An Imperial chest. This I might go back for later on, because I think it's quite nice. I don't know where I put it, but I quite like it. One of the reasons I'm recording on a Friday this week rather than a Thursday is Nintendo. You don't need a metronome, Mike. Come on. Nintendo announced completely randomly a direct yesterday. For yesterday, I think they announced it on Wednesday. And so I decided to wait until that happened just to see what went down for that one, because the big one, the Switch 2 one that's been announced for ages, is next Wednesday, and they announced a random one for Switch 1, I suppose, yesterday. So I wanted to see whether anything random was announced to that, considering we didn't get anything for the anniversary. Didn't expect there to be much. The only nods to Animal Crossing, I think, in it entirely were where they announced an app called Nintendo Today, which is kind of like a calendar app. And it's got different events, and I suppose they'll use it to market the games and the launch dates of games and things. But if you look closely at some of the screenshots, one of them had Isabelle on it, and another one had Pascal on it for different sort of events. I suppose Animal Crossing birthdays could be on there, things like that. But it's I haven't downloaded it, so I don't know what else is on the app. But that was the only nod to kind of, much like I think I said last week, that there is these sort of odd little references to Animal Crossing in the wider sort of Nintendo-averse, where they keep the brand out there, much like the Sea Life Center events that are happening across the world this year, and other little advertising nods and references to the game they're doing. Like it's definitely a big part of the Nintendo picture now. So it'll be really exciting to see if we get a new game announced for the next version of the Switch at launch, which if they don't do it, or if they don't even mention it, I think a lot of people will be very, very, very disappointed at this point. But we'll see what we get next week. By the time next week's episode is recorded, it'll have happened, because even if I record next Wednesday, the event will have happened. So we'll talk about that then. But it'll be really interesting to see what is coming. And we'll be into a new month on New Horizons. So we'll have cherry blossoms will start to come through soon, and I can't remember if anything happens in April other than the cherry blossoms. Probably does, but that'll always be pretty to see. And I'll carry on with my the beginnings of my giving the island a style. So hopefully that'll be a big month for that. Found Vladimir in Able Sisters here, and he made me sad with his so how am I going to address this old meat rack comment, and so I decided I had to go and buy him something. So once I spoke to Sable, I'm going to nip into the changing room, and I'm going to buy something for old Vlad, which is the first gift I've ever given him. So he's overdue. But he made me sad with his not having a style comments. So I felt the need to get him something, because he's really only got that one little jumper. So the selection today, not great. The giant baby costumes, probably not for him. Some of the sporty stuff, not for him. Yeah, threadbare stuff, probably not his style. So but I did scroll down and found the sort of oversized denim. There you go, the cardigan. So I decided to get him the yellow one after a little flitting about. So he's going to get that, and I'll buy it and try and give it to him, which was a whole other saga we're about to get into. Don't want to give him that Candora. Imagine if I had, actually. I should probably just give him that. So, yeah. He was busy looking at the snazzy green and yellow custom design, and I had to wait for him to finish looking at that before I could give it to him. Because he's so snazzy. Look at it. I wish well, not that I would have known to buy him that, but I could have bought him that. He probably would have looked terrible in it. But I gave him this, so here we go. I don't like the "do you want this" thing. I prefer it's like, here's a gift, or whatever it says. The "do you want this" feels like it's something I'm getting rid of. Although he did seem pleased with it. I forgot to try on this tank top. I've just realised. I will try it on later. He does look good in it though, doesn't he? Look at him. Look at him. Good for him. Good old Vlad. He's alright. One of my many crankies that I've got on Cranky Island. So, anyway, that's pretty much it, I think, for this episode. I'll update you all next week on what's happening. April will probably be more of an eventful month than March has been on Hope Cove. And there's Spike. Hello, Spike. And we'll see what the future of Animal Crossing is, hopefully, and we'll see what the future of Hope Cove is. So until then, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.